Let me ask you a question. What do you think the secret to a great night's sleep is? Well, I bet many of you would say, well, you got to have the right mattress. Well, I think that's half the battle. But I think a more important part of a great night's sleep is finding the best pillow that works for you. Joining us today is the world's leading authority of sleep, a gentleman who has spent 30 years, close to 3 decades, discovering and investigating how to sleep and the benefits of sleep. Mr. Spencer Simcik, welcome.
Hello.
Hi, it's great to have you on air with us.
Thank you.
30 years studying sleep?
Well, 27.
Close enough.
27. But yes, I've started in the mattress industry.
And this is one of your mattresses?
This is one of our beds, and over the years we've evolved into manufacturing pillows. So it's been a long 27 years, but well worth it.
All right, and I think you have found the best pillow to help get the greatest night's sleep. I'm a side sleeper, and I grab my regular pillow and I try to smush it into my belly, and and it's not the most comfortable thing in the world.
That's because there's too much in the pillow.
Okay, well, let's talk about that, because I know you've told me earlier that there are 3 things when you look for when picking a pillow. It's fill, it's the weight, and conformity. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah.
So let's talk about fill.
Okay. On the inside of our pillow, we have a patent-pending blend, and it's all natural. It's the formula we use is kapok, and if you're not familiar with kapok, kapok comes from the big kapok tree. It's a seed, and when the seed pod opens, this natural cotton fiber comes out of it.
And of course, that's water resistant, isn't it?
It is, yeah. They used to use it for life preservers years ago, before synthetic materials were available.
Okay, and I bet it's good for airflow as well and for comfort.
It's great for airflow. It's organic. It's all natural, no pesticides.
What's this in here?
And this is natural latex. Now, I know when people hear the word latex, they think they're allergic to it, or they think that it's synthetic, but latex comes from the sap of a rubber tree. They'll take the sap and form molds, and it has a natural bounce or a spring feel to it without being a spring.
So what happens when you put it together?
When you blend them together, it takes the flatness of, say, a cotton, a wool, or kapok, takes that flatness, and the latex brings it to life and kicks into a spring action.
So it ends up looking like this, doesn't it?
Kind of like a cookie dough in a way.
Oh, look at that. And so, of course, and so here you've got wonderful ingredients that go on the inside, but it's more than just the ingredients, isn't it? It's how much fill you put in.
It's how much. Every one of our pillows are handmade in America.
Bravo, yes. Handmade by artisans, no less.
Yes, and they're all hand-weighed, and we...
Whoa, Mr. Spencer. I've sold a lot of pillows in my life, but did I just hear you say that these are handmade and hand-weighed? Every
pillow is put on a scale to exact measurements.
Why is that important?
Because the height and what we call the pillow, the fill.
Do you mind? May I sit on your couch? May I sit on your mattress, please?
Be my guest.
Thank you. So let's. Whoa, comfortable mattress. Where can we go to get your mattress? What's your website address on this for your mattress?
Oh, it's churchillandsmith.com.
Churchillandsmith.com if you want one of the most comfortable mattresses ever that I've ever felt. Let's talk about. Take a look at this. This is not. My pillow is like 3 times the size of this.
Right.
No wonder I wake up with a crink in my neck.
Right, and you can see it's scalloped. We took some out of it here so it can conform to your body, and you're not shoving it up there against your body.
Right.
So yeah, and this is why we call it the side sleeper.
Here we go. Look at that. And that's curved specifically to snuggy-wuggy in with your body, isn't it?
Right.
Right. And you say it's measured so that you have the exact amount of fill. Too much. It's sort of like the Goldilocks effect.
Too much. And you know, of 20, we hear the story all the time. I've bought 20 pillows and I still haven't found the right pillow. So with this, we do a low fill, we do a medium fill. So there's 2 different fills we offer. We find that the medium's the most consistent with most sleepers.
And just briefly, for those of you who prefer a traditional pillow, but a pillow that is filled with the incredible fill, which is the kapok and the latex. With this wonderful cover. Now this cover, you see there's like a weave. With this weave, there's no pulling, so it reduces the pressure points.
It's a stretch. It's a cotton stretch, and you have to have the pliability to take you into the filling materials.
Right.
If you put your pillow cover over it, it'll stiffen it up a little bit, a cotton pillow cover.
How can you do a 10-year guarantee on this? I've never heard of a 10-year money-back warranty.
Well, if you look at the tailoring of the pillow, we double stitch everything. It's inner stitched and outer stitched on the outside. Most companies would just take it and stitch it once on the inside and be done with it and work on a more mass volume concept.
Okay, well, I'm glad you brought that up. So let's talk about the difference between your pillows and other pillows on the marketplace.
Well, there's down. Correct. A lot of people sleep on down, but down tends to lose it flattens out.
Correct.
A lot of people don't like that. And then you have cotton and wool, again, flattening out, not holding its shape.
Correct.
And then memory foam, which sleeps hot.
Oh, They're, sometimes, like, why does this happen, Spencer?
That's why you should sleep on natural materials. They're breathable. They're open cell structure, so your body heat flows through and away from you.
Right.
The analogy is if you were to sleep on plastic, you would start sweating, perspiring, yes. Because the body heat comes back at you.
Why did you create this? Why did you create this pillow?
Well, being in retail, having all these stores, customers would come in day in and day out, and they would buy pillows from us, and I would buy the standard pillows from manufacturers, all different kinds, and
right.
Out of 20 customers, 15 of them would come back to our store. We're just not comfortable with this pillow.
Right.
So at a certain point, you have to sit and figure out what the pillow situation is, and we did. It took us about a year to develop this blend. So.
Well, you've done a fabulous job, and when you consider it lasts approximately 10 years, it absolutely molds to your body.
Mm-hmm.
It's long-lasting, it's natural, it's organic, it's all of these things that you're looking for to help create a great night's sleep. Question for you, was there a science in developing this pillow? I know that you measure the fill on the inside, but is there any other intellectual property that goes in behind the creation of this?
In each product, there's a lot of science. So when you look at the latex, that has the most science because latex can come in all different forms, a lot of different densities. There's some synthetic that you can add into latex. We chose to use a blend of all of it.
You know, I know when the notes that you gave me, you talked about sort of the height, the fill. I know that you measure the distance between the side of the neck and the shoulder blade. What's the purpose of that?
Well, when a consumer would come in and buy a mattress, they would buy a mattress that they would sleep deeper in. So when you buy a mattress, you should probably buy a new pillow because if you're sleeping deeper, then you're going to need a lower fill pillow so your head's not thrown too high. So
you don't want to throw your head too high.
No, you want to keep it level with your spine, laying on your side.
That's why that number 2 inches comes up regularly.
That seems to be the one after all this research.
Most people think you need a pillow this big.
That's not good. Unless you have a bed that sleeps so deep.
I get it. That's what you mean by that.
Right. Or too high, so you have to fill the shoulder in. So.
27 years of studying sleep, and we haven't even talked about the benefits of sleep. Can you briefly just, in a nutshell?
Oh gosh,
because we're running out of time already. Okay.
Sleep's important. You must get 7-8 hours a day. If you don't, your immune system will be subject to a lot of different breakdowns.
Right.
You age.
You keep weight on as well.
Correct.
If you don't get enough sleep. You know, emotionally, mentally, you know, there can be a lot of, you know, you can get a little cranky pants as well. You don't interact with family and friends, and learning to become, you know.
It can disrupt your work.
Yes.
It's really important, and as Americans, we don't look at it like we should. In other countries, Europe, they take sleep a little bit more serious than we do.
Well, we sleep, what, a third of our life?
You do. I like to say a quarter of a century. So.
And you know, you want a pillow that's going to do, that you're going to want to hold. Like, I just want to hold this and I don't want to let it go. And have a great night's sleep.
Yeah.
You have a regular fill and a more supreme fill.
Right.
But if you're a side sleeper, and 9 out of 10 people are, is this the only side sleeper pillow ever created on the marketplace? I've never seen these before.
Well, there are cutouts, and they have all different types. But this one, you'd start on your back. You actually would swing it around to the front of you.
That's what I do.
As you go to your side, you start on your back, swing it around to the front. That's why the cutout is there.
I love your pillow.
Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you.
Spencer, thank you again.
Thank you.
Such a pleasure, and I'm looking forward to a great night's sleep.
Thank you.
All right.